we always do at this time, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me tell y'all something. Y'all can read over this shit here, right? If people want to believe in, shouts out to my man T Ray TV. Salute. Make sure I go over there and check out his channel, man. Danny, Detective Danny Polo from the Broward County Sheriff's Office is listed as a witness in the homicide case, as well as the 2023 Detective Polo was investigating Jamie Howard in an unrelated statewide prosecution case, and will periodically listen to jail calls made by Mr. Howard, and he was incarcerated at the Broward County Main Jail. Each inmate is assigned a particular number and a PIN code to access the recording and the monitored jail phone systems, which they record phone calls, and they got a particular PIN to know who's talking on the phone at what times and shit like that. Jamel Dimmons does not have a phone privilege due to disciplinary actions. While in custody, Detective Polo, while monitoring calls from James Howard, heard discussions about how to communicate with Mr. Dimmons and the passing messages. These conversations led to Detective Polo requesting in August of 2023, Broward County Sheriff Office Detention Communications Supervisor Kathleen Casey to provide any and all calls from James Howard for the previous 12 months, as well as outgoing calls to the following numbers. He got a bunch of numbers up here. Based upon review of the calls, it was determined that Mr. Howard was talking to numerous individuals in connection to the defendant, including Cortland Henry, the defendant. And this is how Cortland caught the witness tampering charge, because he was talking to an inmate who was locked up with Melly, the defendant co-defendant on the homicide case. These calls made it clear Howard was calling on behalf of the defendant. Further, when reviewing what PIN numbers made outgoing calls to those numbers provided, it was determined that the inmate Terrence Mathis made more than 60 phone calls to Cortland Henry. This is how Cortland caught the charge. Between March 2023 and August 2023. This is why Cortland copped out. Because you know what Cortland knew? Cortland knew like this shit. Cortland said, fuck that. They got me on the motherfucking the wire, the phone thing. They heard everything he was saying. He know what all he talked about. Now note, he caught a witness tampering charge, right? Boom. And that was between March 2023 and August 2023. March, April, May, June, July, August. 5 months. And in those 5 months, could you imagine what all Cortland was saying on that phone? and then you will see Jamie King is next. 100 Track K is next. Y'all going down. Y'all actually think that these people are stupid and y'all above the law, y'all smarter than these people. Okay. Look. And monitor the jail phone system. Jamel Demons does not have phone privileges due to disciplinary actions while in custody. Detective Polo, while monitoring the calls from James Howard, heard discussions about how to communicate with Mr. Demons and passing messages. These phone conversations led the Detective Polo to request it in August 2023 to the Broward Sheriff Office Detention Communications Supervisor Kathleen Casey to provide any and all calls from James Howard in the previous 12 months now. First, it went for 5 months, now it went to 12 months, as well as outgoing calls to the following numbers. And they said the numbers again. Now, I remind you, all these players, like his mother, Cortland, Track Wife, all these people, based upon review of the calls, it was determined that Mr. Howard was talking to numerous individuals in connection to the defendant, including Cortland Henry, the co-defendant of the homicide case. These calls made it clear Howard was calling on behalf of the defendant. Further, when reviewing the PIN numbers made for the outgoing calls, those phone numbers provided and determined that the inmate was Terrence Mathis. Like I said, they made more than 60 calls. The Broward Sheriff's Office reviewed the footage of the main jail in August 2021 on August 21st, 2023, and observed the defendant speaking to an inmate through his cell door. The defendant motioned towards the agenda unit that the inmate was in. I guess it's my Melly. Now ask yourself, look, now, boom. They was charging motherfuckers with witness tampering, right? Why ain't they say nothing about observing, reading the letters, and walking towards the phone to make calls on video? Why ain't James Howard? Why was he charged with witness tampering? He was the one making all the calls, right? Okay, is observed making the calls to match up with the calls made by him to Cortland Henry and the other defendant girlfriend, Aaron Barnett. Now, why Aaron Barnett wasn't brought up on a witness tampering charge? Just peep this shit. The videos in the calls demonstrated that the sophisticated system the defendant developed to communicate with individuals outside of jail due to having his phone privileges revoked. On April 19, 2023, Terrence Mathis placed a call to 561-909-8905 Cortland Henry and began relaying messages after a few messages to the individual to thank them for showing up to support him in court. The following exchange occurred between Cortland Henry and Mathis. Why Mathis wasn't brought up on charges? Why Aaron Barnett? Because you know why? They didn't care. They only wanted Cortland, who was the driver that brought those dead bodies to the thing. They wanted him, and they wanted Mariah, the first person Melly called after the killing. So they wanted those two. F. Aaron and F. James. They didn't care about, Terrence Mathis. They didn't care about neither one of them. They just wanted Cortland and Mariah. But ask yourself, why don't we know who Aaron is and why we never hear Terrence Mathis? But anyway, listen. The messages goes as follows. Put on my glasses for these. These ones getting a little small. Tell you hit Rihanna, make sure she hood. Tell her keep vibing in the Maybach like she been doing. Don't pop out. This shit almost over with. I heard she supposed to be pulling up, probably can't though, but tell her. Then Henry jumped in. Man, no, man. Tell him, shut the fuck up. Tell him stop talking about that. Right? Mathis came in. Tell her fall back. I ain't put the wild shit. Fall back. Henry kicked in. Man, I ain't talking no more about that. Move on to the next one. Mathis, hold on. I gotta read the whole call. I don't know what's what. Tell her keep doing what she's doing. Tell her I love her and miss her so much. I'm going to eat her like ice cream when I touch down. And this is all the calls that why they charge Cortland Henry, but why ain't they charge Terrence too? Why ain't they charge Cortland girlfriend Aaron? Because I'm sure that's who Aaron is. Now I remind you, during the calls while Mathis is trying to get directions to Cortland Henry about keeping Ryan away from court, Henry is obviously uncomfortable and he does not want those directions being given over a recorded call. Henry already knows his job of keeping her away from the courts, and there is no reason to continue to talk about it. Henry states, tell her Rihanna already vibing in the Maybach. I don't know where he's getting his information about. Just tell him to vibe, though. Henry is telling Mathis to reassure Demons that everything is under control and is referring to keep her away from court, a reference to keeping her away from court. On April 24th, 2023, Mr. Demons, through a third party, begins to reference Rihanna by calling her A$AP Rocky's baby mama. Popular recording artist Rihanna has been in relationship with another recording artist known as A$AP Rocky. The conversations about Miss Hamilton again mentioned her and told Henry to make sure A$AP Rocky baby mama is in the Maybach, and she stays that way. During the course of the conversation, Mr. Henry tells the custody messenger to slow down, and at times they have to repeat messages, or they describe specific emoji characters, or even spell certain words in a particular way. Mr. Henry on occasions mentioned that he was typing the message so he can later text it to the people demons want to communicate with. So this is why. Now ask yourself. They got all this evidence, right? They had all this shit. They know that Cortland was talking to Mariah. That's witness happening right there. Aaron was helping. The other guy, Terrence, everybody was helping, right? But they only charged Mariah and they only charged Cortland. Cortland took a plea deal and said that he was guilty of helping Melly. Stepped off. Ain't no telling what statements he done signed and what all he done told to get his deal. But he took a deal. Now all of a sudden they dropping the case after they done captured Mariah, because who wants a hostile witness to come to court? They already had her mother come in as a hostile witness and was mad about the ankle monitoring and everything else. Mariah was going to feel the same way when she came in with an ankle monitor on the trial, and they didn't want that. So what's the best thing to do? We got their statements. We got everything we need from them. We presented it to a judge. We presented it to the jury. We presented it to the prosecution. We put it in evidence. We gonna take her ankle monitor off. Even if she don't come to court, she already done signed the documents, and we already done subpoena her to come to court. So it'd just be one big mess for her, and then we could charge her if she don't come to court. But Mariah gonna come to court. Mariah took the deal. Mariah gonna plead no contest because she don't want to admit what all she done said and what all she's copping out to. She just want to take the charges and the penalties. And pleading no contest just means that you don't want to describe what crimes you made. You don't want to go to trial. You just want to take whatever time they offer and leave it alone. That's what Mariah gonna do. Mariah don't have a criminal record. Mariah never been arrested. The only charge Mariah had was the charge they just dropped. And since they dropped the charge, it's not on Mariah's record anymore. Ain't that perfect? Don't you think that would make her family happy, her happy, the mother happy, the one who came to court as the hostile witness? She already wasn't cool with Jamal Demons, though. And the only reason she came to court as a hostile witness is because they put an ankle monitor on her and she had to go to work like that. That shit is embarrassing as fuck. Why would you want to embarrass your fucking witness, nigga? You want to keep that witness feeling comfortable. Do you need anything? You know? Is there anything we can give to the family? You know, we can help with the rent. You know what I'm saying? We got programs to help with this, da da da. You gotta keep that witness feeling like you down with them. You can't make the witness feel like, oh, you gotta come to court. You're my slave. You can't make nobody say nothing. And which that's what Mariah's mother, Miss Hamilton, showed the court. You can't make me come in and say shit. One thing I gotta go to do is come to court and just get up there and say, I don't recall. So that's it. They don't want that this second trial. They don't want this. And Mariah been chilling. Ain't nobody bothering her. They done dropped their charge before this trial even finna start. Please believe it. And then, my bad, upon further motherfucking research, the defendant's cell was searched along with Terrence Mathis and James Howard. So you had Terrence Mathis and James Howard. Evidence was in form of paper kite, which inmates passed back and forth in form of communication. 8 pieces of paperwork, kites, was located in Demon Cell, September 22nd, 2023. 7 kites was located in Mathis Cell. 8 kites was located in Howard Cell, September 1st, 2023. The investigative detective was able to determine the following nicknames on those kites. Old School Zoe belongs to Demons, Nike Waves belongs to Howard, and whatever the fuck that Y name is belongs to Terrence Mathis. The These identifications was made based upon contents and messages written in the case, as well as the jail calls that were read on Demon's behalf. The search warrant later conducted on Cortland Henry's residence. Several devices were located on one device belonging to Cortland Henry's girlfriend. Oh no, Genova, is it Geneva Molina? So who is the other girl? Evan, I wonder. Aaron. Miss Molona had Mariah Hamilton saved as contact under the name Ree. There were numerous communications found between them. So why wasn't she charged? Why wasn't his girlfriend charged for witness tampering? You get what I'm saying? The only ones they wanted for witness tampering was Cortland, who was the driver, and Mariah, who was the first person he talked to. And these two people done fucked it up. They fucked Melly over. Believe this shit. Anyway, saying Miss Hamilton staying with Miss Malona. Hold on. There was numerous communications found between them. These conversations include discussions Miss Hamilton staying with Miss Malona and Mr. Henry during the trial period, as well as commentary about the trial as it aired live on YouTube. At one point, Miss Hamilton acknowledged that she has an arrest warrant, material witness warrant out for not appearing. Additionally, Ms. Hamilton asked Malona if she has to fall off the grid again. After a hung jury verdict, and Miss Malona said, yes, she does. So after he got that first trial copped off, she was still talking to them, and they were still. And let me tell you something. So one of those ladies is the lawyer. Hold on one second. The lawyer named Alexandra. So anyway, she knew that they was looking for her and everything, but did she care? Nope. Sorry, I thought I paused it, but she knew that them people was looking for her and everything. She didn't give a flying fuck. She was still hiding. And now look, they caught Cortland. They locked Cortland up. Witness tamper. Cortland took a deal that's gonna leave Melly fucked up. Mariah Hamilton been found all of a sudden mysteriously. She was found. And all of a sudden, now they dropping the witness tampering case. Out of all the other 4 or 5 people that was involved, they only brought charges against Cortland and Mariah. And now that they got both of them where they want, they dropping the charges. Because like I said, who wants a hostile witness to come to court? And Mariah is a material witness. If she don't testify, she's going to jail for contempt. And she could also be charged as a conspirator, because she know what happens and she's hiding the facts because maybe she was involved. So they could bring a case up against her. Who knows? But Cortland Henry said he ain't even rocking with it. Cortland Henry took his deal. You know why Cortland took the deal? Because he felt like it was Melly's fault that all this stuff happened. Because look, nigga, they using the phone calls that I told y'all to stop calling me, bro. And I'm sure he told him that. Stop calling my phone. Stop telling these niggas to call me saying this dumb shit. But Melly ain't in his right mind right now. That's why he's doing dumb shit. Anybody who believe that Melly finna beat this trial because they drop, man, if they could drop a witness tampering charge, they got something bigger than the witness tampering charge. You feel what I'm saying? And people are cheering like, oh yeah, Melly finna come home, free Melly. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. If that's what y'all believe, good luck to that. I know how Broward play. I lived in Broward since 1992. I came to visit Florida in 91. I came back to live in 92. I was down there from 92 all the way up until 2009, 2010. I was there. Ain't nothing you can tell me about the laws. I done lost a lot of friends to the system. Went to jail for strong arm robbery, all types of shit. Never came home again. Don't ever think that Melly is bigger than the system when it comes to Florida. If y'all think that Melly finna come down there from another state, another town, and beat Broward in their town at their game, something mentally wrong with you, man. Like, I'ma laugh with y'all. I don't want to see Melly go to jail, But I don't want to see Sack and Juvie not get justice. I want to see to the end those two guys get justice. I want to see Sack and Juvie get justice. 100 track K name. Listen, let me show y'all something. Check this out. Look, check this out. This is how 100 track K fucked up and his mother fucked up, Melly mother. A search warrant was later conducted on Courtney Henry's residence. Several devices was located, and on one device belonging to Courtney Henry's girlfriend, Miss Malona, had Mariah Hamilton saved in her contact as Reed. That's what I read to boom boom. Financial records was obtained for Mariah Hamilton, which showed she received $31,743.74 from 100K management. So 100K track was paying her to shut up. He paid her $31,000. The defendant management company. $700 from Jamie King, which she just probably was giving her money, looking out for and shit like that while she was on the run. And $947 for Andrea Scott, the defendant's manager's wife. A specific $11,000 was wire transfer from 100 track K was sent to Ms. Hamilton, with the memo stating from Melly. Additionally, detective reviewed the payments made to Auto Express Enterprise Inc. from Mariah Hamilton VIE to Jamie King, the defendant's mother, on October 26, 2020. Mariah Hamilton purchased a used 2015 Mercedes class CLA class coupe. This 2 years after Jamel Dimmons was arrested for the homicides. Check this out. So look, dumbass 100 track K gave her $31,000, then turned around and wired a specific $11K from 100 track sent to Miss Hamilton. And then Mariah turned around and gave auto from Melly. Additional detective review payments made to Auto Express Inc. from Mariah Hamilton via Jamie King, defendant's mother. So they was all paying her. The mother, Jamie King, but Jamie King was getting the money from 100 track K and his wife. 100 track K had money, the wife had money. All of them was giving Mariah money to keep her head. Why was it none of them charged with witness tampering? Jamie King wasn't charged with witness tampering. 100 track K wasn't charged with witness tampering. His wife wasn't charged with witness tampering. Nobody from the jail was charged with witness tampering. Courtland's baby mother wasn't charged with witness tampering. How sloppy could this case be? Or how perfect is this case? They didn't want none of those people. It get messy. You got all these co-defendants. They don't need it to. They needed the person that was with him and the first person he contacted, and that's who they got. Leave a comment down below, and I'm going to say once again, shouts out to T-Ray TV, man. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate the work. I just don't want to, put your face in and say, steal your content, what you were saying, but thanks for these views, these, I guess, records and shit to show that this money was given. This money was given to Mariah Hamilton. Jamie King is involved. 100 track K, his wife. Bortland, who is in jail right now. Cortland, he's in jail. Mariah is not going to spend one day in jail because she did her job. She helped them solve the case with Melly, and I'm sure she told them everything they need to be told, even the stuff that her mother was trying to say. Once they got them ankle monitors off them, they mouth probably started running like... It's your boy Costa Don. Like, share, subscribe. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that Melly is going to be free, or let me know if you think that Broward County is going to lose this case. I doubt that, but okay. If y'all really believe that, that's cool. I'm going to keep on screaming, justice for Juvie and Sack. Justice for Juvie and Sack. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm worried about. And I'm not trying to disrespect. I'm not wishing jail upon no man. But if you had something to do with it, you know what time it is. You do the crime, you got to do the time, bro. It's your boy Costa Don. Thank you to all my moderators. Thank you to all my subscribers. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me, man. Y'all be slipping, man. Smash the like button for me. Hit the like button, man. Make sure y'all smash the like button. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you become a subscriber. If you want to become a moderator, please holler at me on the inbox. Anybody who really know me, y'all know what my email is, killercast84, that's KILLERKAS 84@gmail.com. Just holler at me. We'll discuss. Until then, I'm up out of here, y'all. Salute you. I would hate to shoot you. I'm up out this piece. Peace.